Quick Shots with your hosts,
Bob Katie
and John Picarillo.
Welcome to Bob and John's Quick Shots.
Number 28.
Oh, you just got to say that, don't you?
Well, you didn't have it. You should have said it just boom if you didn't have it.
I don't usually say the number because we never know when we're going to put these quick shots out, so we don't know when they're going to fall.
Well, this one's going out next.
I guess so. You made it that way, didn't you?
That's right. I wrote it down. Welcome aboard, folks.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Now, what'll that asshole think of next?
Where that old asshole thinking next? I've been waiting for this.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
As you can see, as of lately, we've been. This is the first podcast in a while without Jay. No Jay. He had, he had shit to do.
Things to do.
Yeah, we don't get paid for this, so this is when we get the time to get everybody together to do it. And he had
Do it when we do it.
Yeah, he had other things that he had to take care of, like life. It happens, but it's just a temporary thing for, I believe, this Quick Shots, and the next podcast he won't be on, but he'll be back after that.
And we look forward to it.
Yeah, ready to roll
Maybe I should have my first costume ready.
for next week or for when Jay gets back.
Or maybe Halloween should be the kickoff. The Halloween special that we're going to obviously do.
Oh, obviously.
Of course we're going to do a Halloween special.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Now, what'll that asshole think of next?
Why, you mother-grabbing bastard!
My goodness.
You mother-grabbing bastard. That's right. That's goddamn right.
You're goddamn right I do. So here come 2 words for you. Shut the fuck up.
That's more than 2 words.
That's what makes it funny, John.
Just saying.
That's what makes it amusing.
Do we ever do a little jingle? A little jingling-a-ling?
I don't know where you're going with this, but hey. Take it, the floor is yours, so to speak.
When I was a little itty boy, my grandmother gave me a wonderful toy. It had 2 bells, and it hung by a string. My grandmother called it my ding-a-ling-a-ling. My ding-a-ling-a-ling. My ding-a-ling-a-ling. My grandmother called it my ding-a-ling-a-ling. You gave me the floor. I thought I'd take it away. There. See that?
A little,
That ready?
who is that? Chuck Berry? Little Chuck Berry.
I just remember the words.
Trust me, everybody, him remembering lyrics is like a major thing. He doesn't remember, and he could have listened to a song his whole life, and he might not know any of the lyrics.
It's true.
It just all depends on.
I've been explaining to Bob all of these years of friendship that it's not the words that grip me. For some people, it's all about the words. The music can suck, and if the words are right and they're saying the right message, it's the greatest song around. For me, the music has to grab me. It's not the words. In fact, unfortunately, and it should do more, they don't really do much of anything other than add melody, like it's another instrument, sort of.
Mine is more like, I don't say, I remember lyrics. If it's a good melody, I'll remember the lyrics. If it's not a good melody, which means I probably don't really care for the song, or I won't be interested in the lyric. I won't remember the lyrics.
You also have stuff like AC/DC where it's hard to understand what's being said sometimes,
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing is.
Even Iron Maiden. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, and
Yeah.
with the vocal extravaganza that's going on there, you whistle specific words.
We could get into the whole thing of miss lyric.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, miss.
Absolutely. That's what most music sounds like to me, is sort of just like,
Dear God.
but that's okay, because I'm supposed to be the timekeeper. That's the part that I need to do.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to have that.
Gotta
To be the timekeeper, don't you?
clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip.
He's clip clopping.
That's right. In case you didn't know, I'm legally medicated. That's what I
Now,
call it.
what'll that asshole think of next?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out my blood pressure for the last 4 years, I think. And so now
Longer than that, I think.
So now we try all these different things, and everything that fixes something makes something else suck.
Well, that sounds like a hot item.
So the last one I had make my ankles look like bowling balls.
That was scary.
Yeah. Oh, they look like they were going to blow up.
That was scary. Yeah, it did. It looked like he was just going to go.
So they changed the med, which within 2 days the ankles were cleared up. But now I'm like a sloth. Like my insides are buzzing like I drank a pot of coffee. My outside is saying, you don't want to go up them stairs. No, that's too much work.
Those 3 stairs, that's a lot.
You just want to go lay down and close your eyes. That's what you want to do. The problem is I feel that way all day through work, while I'm driving, all of that stuff. Probably not the greatest. So
You know what he's doing?
if I catch a buzz quickly,
You know what he's really doing?
You lollygag the ball around the infield.
that's right.
You lollygag your way down to first. You lollygag in and out of the dugout. You know what that makes you, Larry?
Lollygaggers.
John's lollygagging around.
I am, and I hate it.
Lollygagging around.
I like doing stuff, you know. I threw the question at my dad, and he obviously didn't give me the answer I wanted. But I said, "What is this? They're gonna medicate me so I live 10 years longer, but I have
miserable
to,
those 10
I
years.
have to live at half speed
Yeah.
for those. You know what I mean?" And instantly, he didn't even flinch and said, "You want the extra 10?" But I mean, it's a huge adjustment for me
Yeah.
to feel like this. I don't like it. It doesn't make me happy. But I'm meeting with them tomorrow, and we'll talk, and we'll see where we go from there.
He's meeting with them.
Well, you know, there's a whole crew there. I got to.
John's going to go down and
Oh, you're all angry now.
he's going to get all.
Yeah. So I've been down quite a few now. This last week was a roller coaster of physical and psychological events.
Psychological?
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I told you. Twice this week I've been woken up because I happen to be on call 24/7. So I got a call at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it startled me. And now I dealt with the phone call, but I was up to the point where I had to get up and pee. And I rolled out of bed, and I walked towards the door, and I hit my dresser. So I had left. I was totally confused where I was. I had no idea.
2 different dressers at 2 different places.
Yeah. So I had no idea. I was totally confused. And if it's not these crazy drugs, they say weed and alcohol is bad for you. I don't know. This stuff feels worse.
I think prescription drugs would be just maybe 5 times. Just like I think some of the tests that they give you to find out what's wrong
Still
for you.
bruised from
Well, that's just a bad phlebotomist.
phlebotomist.
I know that because of the wife. She can.
I forgot to bring the personal phlebotomist. I should have done.
Yeah, the wife has the.
Yep.
She's done it on sleeping people.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's good.
I think the veer out. Yeah, I could. Go ahead.
But I feel that some of these tests they put you through do more damage than the actual thing they're looking for.
I got 2 injections of radioactive material.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
were
sound
lighting
right
up.
to me at all.
He was lit up like a pinball machine.
I was all fired up, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm still coming down from that. That's why I'm so beat.
A little radioactivity there. Who knows?
Man, I don't know about any of it.
Yeah.
That's
We
why.
should have. You know what we didn't do? We should have turned those 2 nights. We should have turned all the lights off. See if you glowed.
I might have.
Yeah,
Pumping through my veins.
we should have done that. Oh, did we miss an opportunity there?
We could
Next time they light you up,
Yeah.
we gotta take video. Yeah,
Glowing in the veins.
we got to see.
Would be excellent.
You might be. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to mention because the person didn't see our Periscope. Jay actually periscoped this weekend
Yeah.
on the Albany
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest, and it was funny. Somebody at work was saying like, "Oh, I went to the Oktoberfest in Albany. It was such a good time. It was great." And I was like, "Oh man, did you see a big giant blonde with a really pretty blonde with him?" You know what I mean? You can't miss those two.
Yeah.
So, but no, I didn't. So it was like he periscoped. So we were out there. We're still periscoping.
Yeah. Jay was on location.
Yeah. That was the
I'm gonna try to get the video
fired
from
up
him.
Periscope with my new phone. I had to set it all up.
I'm gonna try to get the video from him to throw up on the throw up.
Did he save it? Because you got to save it.
I think he. I don't know if he did. He was drinking. Who knows? Who knows what happened?
There goes that video.
Who? Yeah. Who? See, that's what you need to do. We need a little video diary of you at about, I don't know, midnight, 1 a.m. that we can put up on the website when you're sitting there going, when you're all, you know.
Looking for a little slapping pickle.
Oh, a little slippery pickle.
That's what we exactly.
A little slippery pickle.
You need to use your phone more like a video diary thing, like when you make food at midnight, hammered.
Well, the problem is hands. Same thing we were talking about. Like, it's not as easy as you think to cook.
There's plenty of things around that you can put that up to.
Yeah, but you got to move. It's like, you can't. It's the same problem we have right here. It's that distance thing. It's not very intimate. If you're in a cooking show, you want to see what's in the pan, what's getting put in there, what the consistency looks like. You want to fucking smell it through the TV screen. That's how intimate you want to be with your food on a cooking show.
Now what'll that asshole think of next?
That's right. And so
I was just going to talking to the
I mean,
video. You want to talk to your fans, your constituents. That's the best way to get it out there now.
I'm telling you, a cooking show, you've got to be close up.
You find more ways to not do good ideas,
Because I don't want to keep putting out bad ideas.
but they're just ideas. The problem is we're in society. All the bad ideas is what everybody wants to see. We could fully produce a cooking video with you hammered, and we get nowhere with it. Nobody'd want to watch it. But 2 minutes of you talking to the thing hammered, talking to your phone hammered, put that video up, and it would go nuts.
Who's Michael Knight?
David Hasselhoff?
Yeah, you see how that went for David Hasselhoff? How his career went after his drunken rant on YouTube went? Like a fart in church? That's just what I'm saying. Hey, I see the humor in what
He's
you're
the
saying.
Hoff, though.
I think it's funny. I would find humor, and I know other people would too.
Yeah.
But other people will extort that video and turn it into a bad thing. That's my problem with what you're suggesting.
Nobody dislikes you enough to do that.
Give somebody bait, and they'll take it.
We've given enough bait. Nobody will take it.
I've been smart enough to keep.
We've given them 84 episodes plus of bait, and nobody's taking it.
Hey, I'm telling you, there's auto boundaries made. This guy's learned them.
All right, then I'll just start filming.
You film the whole thing.
No, I'll just start filming you.
That's fine, because I know you won't. Because you don't even worry about the videos when we go play out. So I don't think you care that much to watch.
Because I got 1,000 other things to take care of.
Well, that's the same case right there while you're walking around home. So I'm not worried about it.
Oh, now I'm gonna get you.
You better bring it out.
No,
Get
I'm gonna
busy.
get you.
Better. I haven't seen a video camera in your hand in a long
Why,
time.
you mother-grabbing bastard!
Get to work.
Yeah, you do. There's a video camera right here. That's it. There's a video camera right here.
Yeah. Problem is, I don't like your ideas. Yeah, that's it. You like to put me on the spot and then try to make me do funny things, and it's not that funny.
Oh no, I'm not gonna put you on the spot. I'm just gonna
I
videotape
did one
you.
on the show once before, and it was a live, and it was the worst. It's terrible.
And it got a lot of.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did.
What's a lot? 2? That's not a lot.
For us? It's a lot.
Well, no, that's not a lot. I need triple digits to believe something was worth it.
Triple. None of this has been worth it at all.
I'm gonna get there.
We've never even.
Are you gonna stick to the agenda, or just keep arguing with me?
I think this makes better podcast arguing with you. I think I'm gonna
lollygag the ball around the empty.
lollygag. Lollygag.
It's all right. I think my timer's about good.
All right, well, we'll do this.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
and on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. There, we got that out of the way. Look at that.
Time, it only took you 20 minutes.
16:24 to be exact.
I said stick it in your ass.
It's halfway through the show.
Well, you went off on a whole bunch of other shit.
No, I was just getting warmed up.
You were just getting warmed up?
Yep. Oh! I was going to mention this because you kind of taken away from me.
It's always my fault.
Yeah, it is.
It's always my fault.
Yeah. I had, back in the day, we used to do a Book of John. And I'm going to do one right now.
You should. I asked you that before, and you said you had nothing.
I'm doing it.
All right, but I had the music. I would have had the music for you.
It's too late now. It's not official like it used to be anyway. So this is our Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Yeah. These were the very first items we bought for the show. Pen matching pens, even.
And the cards.
Yeah, and the cards. So one of my Book of Johns is my philosophy. It's not so much a philosophy as a way of life. Is that I love a spiral notebook, but not to tear pages out, because I hate tearing pages out of a spiral notebook, because then you get all that little confetti. So it's great for notes and keeping notes and saving them for future use or reference. However, I can't stand with the spiral on my palm, so I can't just like work through the book one page at a time. I work all the way through the book, one-sided, and then flip the book, which I wanted to do it on this show because it actually happened today. I had to flip the book to start from the back and move forward, and I don't waste any of the paper that way.
Anal much?
That's right. So I just wanted to take a moment and tell you a little bit about the way I do spiral notebooks.
I think we got to come up with a thing called John's SOP.
That's one of them right there. I wonder if I can find it.
There you go. You're starting a new thing, John's SOP.
I wonder if I can find this one. I can cross it off.
Oh, he's looking, folks.
You got to play music while I do this.
Oh, I don't have anything to play. All right, you want me to play something?
Listen to Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast every Wednesday wherever you find Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Get a hold of us at Bob and Jay's Pass Rush at gmail.com and at Pass Rush Podcast on Twitter. Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station. Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Perfect.
Did you find what you're looking for?
Yeah, it was actually, I looked at Book of John, believe it or not, and I had crossed it out and made a note that it was officially a Loose and Buttery. So I went to Loose and Buttery and I found it, and it's crossed off, so we'll never cover
Should be in the third one, John's SOP.
Well, we haven't started that one.
Sure, we just did right now, right here. Wait, you just started it on this Quick Shots number. What the hell are we? Number what?
28.
28. Quick Shots number 28. John started a new thing. John's SOP.
Spiral Notebook is the first thing.
Yeah, I guess so, isn't it?
I guess that's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
New.
A new segment. John's SOP. So I know we put this up on Friday, which would be what's this Friday, the 7th, I think. But we're actually recording it on the 4th, and the vice presidential debates are tonight, which are not going to be as fun as last week's presidential debate, obviously.
Yeah, it was way more fun to watch Donald get his panties in a twist.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I had to do.
It was watching him get a little unhinged.
Why do you want that beer so bad? Because he's thirsty, dummy.
And I'll reiterate, the only reason, it's not that I'm a pro-Clinton person, it's just that he's so insane, you know what I mean? That he just cannot be president.
Well, that's why you keep looking at what all these notes I have are. I did prepare for presidents we should have.
Go for it. Go for it.
Well, then, we never got to talk about it because we didn't finalize it. And because I have some that are gone. Did we say, like, that we could pick
Whatever.
today?
Go. Well, I mean, living ones would probably be a little bit closer to the, you know.
Well, I'm going to start off with my number one, and he's gone.
Okay.
But I honestly think this is my number one pick, so I'm working the other way around here. George Carlin. I would have voted for that guy any day.
Oh, man.
Any day. Loved his comedy, and I loved his philosophy.
I love his comedy. I do enjoy his philosophy. He went a little extreme on some things. You know what I mean? You know, when
Not unlike what's going on in the party right now.
no, yeah,
He would have stood a run for it.
no, he just would have burned the whole place down and just let it sit there in embers and go, well, I'm just going to watch the chaos. That's the only problem I had with him is you can't really do that. You know what I mean? His extreme, that part of his extreme was a little bit much. Who else you got?
Let's see. Do I just go down the list or I pick funny ones? Because I didn't put them in any particular
Do whatever
order.
you want to do. Go for it.
Well, I did a little research, and you know, one that doesn't come across to me as a possibility just because of the era, but Martin Luther King got a lot accomplished.
I'm not as He got a lot accomplished, but he wasn't a politician.
No,
I don't look like George Carlin was a politician.
No.
I know. See, there's just a lot of. He had a pretty. How can I put it this way? Pinpoint agenda. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's how would he,
Might
deal
not
with
be
all the other.
others.
If you're president, you have to have a wide scope of
Really
a
wide
lot of different things.
wider than you and me.
Hey, listen, I can
Sure,
point.
they know stuff that we don't.
I can point out the fucked up things, and I could tell you what needs to be fixed, but to tell you how to fix it, I don't have those answers. You know what I mean? I do not. Because I'm not a politician, I don't know the inner workings. I don't know all the bullshit that goes on and everything else with laws and other things that handcuff you. You know what I mean? So, I can point out what's wrong. I can tell you what's wrong and what's bullshit and what needs to be done, but I can't tell you how to get there and how to do it.
How about Kevin Spacey?
Well, he is president, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays one, right? And to be honest with you, for that matter, Robin Wright. I mean, she's fantastic. I know you don't follow the series, but you've seen
I do.
it. Do you?
Yeah, I watched every episode.
Oh, you got to dig it, man. I mean, they're fantastic.
I'm farther on it than you are.
Oh, definitely. That's why I was saying, like,
yeah, I watched that,
I
definitely.
think the two of them seriously could pretend their way through a real president.
You'd be surprised. It's nice when you can say the words and your words have no ramifications.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
But they play damn good. I actually haven't been watching, so she was close to possibly becoming president. Was that happening ever?
Oh, in the show?
Yeah.
No.
No. Running mate.
Yeah, something like they take a year in between these shows now on Netflix,
I
especially.
think the last one I watched, she was good. He needed a vice president, and she was the best.
Like I say, on the Netflix shows, I have to go back and watch the some of them actually recap you a little bit before starting it. You know what I mean? Which is good because after a year you forget.
No,
you know what I
that
mean?
one I'd have to start over.
It's a fantastic show. I just don't remember all. I don't remember all the details until the new season starts, which I think is like in February or January or something.
Okay, here's some good ones that have actually made the transition from some of our favorite stuff into politics. How do you feel about Ted Nugent?
No, Ted's.
Do you think he's a looser cannon than Trump? You know he's going to be more pro-gun. I mean, Trump's trying to backpedal a little bit on that topic. And I think Nugent would really be, I mean, he's going to be like
I actually
in here.
Yeah, I actually think Ted might be a little bit more reasonable than Trump.
Would you use the word conservative?
No, I think he'd just be more reasonable. I don't think Trump is reasonable. I don't think I think
that analogy.
I think he's so power hungry, and I don't think Ted's power hungry. I think Ted's just.
That's why I don't
you know
think
what I
he's
mean?
ever ran for office.
I just don't think
He's motivated politically. but
Well,
he
he's a
doesn't-
musician. He loves playing music. He loves hunting. That's what he does.
rock and roll. And
He has opinions that he likes to express very loudly. That's all. But I don't think he'd want to be. Would I want him as president? No. But if you're offering me between him and
well, that's why I wanted to do this because I'm a
Ted, I don't think Ted is racist
Bill
in any way or
Clinton
any of
fan.
that stuff.
actually.
Yeah.
So I've always been kind of on the Hillary side just because
Slick Willie.
Slick Willie. I'll be honest, that's my.
You want to see the first husband? He's gonna do. First husband, first man, whatever we're calling it. Whatever we'll be calling it if it happens.
I dug Slick Willie. Yeah, I'd like to see what he does as first man.
Who's another one yet?
Right in that same ballpark with Ted was Jesse the Body Ventura. How do you feel about that guy? He worked pretty hard, I think, for Minnesota, right?
Governor.
Yeah, I think he worked hard for them.
As a president, I think here's part of the problem. I think Jesse would be like 75% good, but then there's that 25% where he thinks everything is a government conspiracy. And
I've seen some shows that I know
it's the kooky part, that you sit there and you're like, he made a quote.
Yeah, but you feel like, he's right. He's onto something.
Oh, the conspiracies?
Yeah.
No.
That stuff right there.
All that bullshit. Listen, as much as he can spin it that there's a conspiracy, somebody can spin it just as convincing that there's not a conspiracy. You know what I mean? It's just the bending of facts. You know what I mean? And you, the person who's consuming the information that I don't know if that's a word, a conspiratist, and a non-conspiratist, I guess I don't know if I'm making up that words or not.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, I don't know if they are, but you, the person who's consuming from those two camps that information, you don't even know at what point that how they got their information and if their information is correct. Yeah. Not that they're lying to you, but where they got it from. You know what I mean? So you don't know.
Well, I can say that I haven't seen much on the other, like...
He had one of the best... He had one of the... I think it was him that had one of the best sayings, or I guess it's a quote, but it's a saying that his father, I think it was Jesse, his father told him about politicians, said, think about this. They are the only...
Whose father?
Jesse Ventura. Mm-hmm. I think he said it was his father. Said the politicians is the only job in the world that you spend more money to get the job than you make at the job. And that really, that's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That's not normal. That's not right. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not right. That's power hungry. Every politician is power hungry then.
That's why I like thinking about this, because who's going to change the way it is? Because the way it is ain't
Nobody's
right.
going to change. Nobody's going to change it. No one person's going to change it. No one person's going to change it. You know what I mean?
Do you think
Unless
Howard Stern would stand up for the people?
Howard would be irritated after 5 seconds and be like, I'm out of here. You know? He's the guy who would sit there and be like, as your president, my first action is going to be to resign, and this guy's president later.
I could see
You know?
that, yeah.
He's
Yeah, but he would point somebody good.
he's not interested in he's just he's not interested in it. He's not a power guy.
That's what makes him cool.
He's not a power guy. He just wants to be left alone to do his thing. You know what I mean? And I guess you have to get some kind of power to do that. But he doesn't necessarily like to manipulate other people, I don't think. And that's what politicians do.
What do you think about Steve Jobs?
If he was alive? Just got like 3/4 of the way through that Steve Jobs movie.
You read the book, didn't you?
No, I did not.
I thought you did.
No, I saw the movie. I was 3/4 of the movie.
So not done. So you haven't formulated your whole.
I haven't formulated my whole opinion, but
Yeah.
there's some control issues with that dude.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
he liked to control a lot of shit, and
that can be dangerous. President.
he had a thing with his daughter where they did the paternity test, and it was 95% hit. Like basically the court's telling him it's 95% yours and everything, and he's like, well, but the 5% says no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's some control and power issues
All
there.
right. Well, that's good investigative work. I appreciate that sort of.
Yeah, he's not.
information.
Anyone
Know
who
all
else you
that
got?
I think I'm going to go through them all because you have an opinion on them all, so I'm going to use them. Actually, I did actually Google this, to be honest with you, to get some. And so some of these I didn't even think of, but now I'm curious to see what you think.
Okay.
Chuck Norris.
Next. Let's see.
All right, see? How about Bill Gates?
I don't know much about Bill Gates, to be honest with you.
I hadn't done enough research.
I mean,
It's
other
just
than
popped up on a list.
he's the head of Microsoft and a bazillionaire. You know what I mean?
It's really weird how sometimes you think like, oh, he'd be a good president because it's easy for him to handle a lot of money.
But I don't know if that is true. I don't know if that's true. He's a tech guy.
Yeah,
He's the tech guy.
That's what I was
But
saying
is
about
the
Steve Jobs. Is that's kind of thinking.
Steve
like,
Jobs is a tech guy.
inventive,
He's not a
though.
money guy. He's a tech guy.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, and I think Gates for that matter. I do not know. From what I got from the Steve Jobs movie, Steve Jobs was a tech guy. He didn't care if he went in debt or burned himself out of money.
Yeah.
He just needed to do what he needed to get out of his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get it out there. You know, if you're talking, I guess if you're talking if you can talk technology, creating technology as an art form, he's that artist that needs to get it out and get it, regardless, and change the world that way and everything. But money-wise, he didn't care. Didn't care. He would try to flush other ideas. He wanted to kill Apple, the Apple II, the second Apple computer. It was outdoing his Macintosh, but he just wanted to burn it down so he could get everything for his Macintosh. Didn't matter, regardless of what was successful or not.
People driven by.
So I don't know Bill Gates' business acumen.
Here's one that I actually think probably should have happened, and I'm curious.
What?
Al Gore.
Listen, it probably would have been more of an extension of the Clinton years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't see it.
I like that.
I don't know how much difference it would have been, but then again,
Like looking at that now, 8 years could have been a lot different. A lot of things could have gone different.
yeah, we might not have gone to war. There's a useless war in Iraq.
Hugely different.
You know, I mean, when Cheney became president.
And
Oh, I'm
this was
sorry. I
marginal.
mean, W became president.
Marginal. like questionable.
How would he have reacted for 9/11? You know, how would he? What was it? His response?
I ran into actually, and then it reminded me. Oh, wow, that really kind of should have happened, not just almost happened. You know what I mean?
Listen, you want to talk about conspiracy theories? George W. Bush is the son of a president who becomes president because there's a mess up with voting in Florida where his brother is governor. I mean, come on.
It's not good at all.
If that doesn't say it, you know what I mean?
That didn't make me happy at all.
If that doesn't just reek of some kind of
pretty nasty.
Yeah, if that does, I mean, it's just that taints his presidency right off the bat. Cheney was the one working everything anyway. He's a war profiteer. He just wanted to go into Iraq just to make Halliburton money and him money, and because he owns Halliburton or owns a part of it or whatever. So Cheney's old-fashioned politicians where sending poor kids off to war for him to pocket money doesn't mean that doesn't bother him whatsoever. He's.
Where'd Al go after that?
Oh, he had that. Remember, what was that? What was that movie he put out with about the climate change? I can't even remember it. It was a big movie. Actually, it was a documentary. It was like, I think it won an Academy Award.
So he just got out, though?
He does stuff like that. Like, he always pops up around every so many years. He does interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think he's held a political office since. Probably said it was ridiculous.
How about The Rock?
The Rock? The problem with The Rock is he would be frustrated with dealing with other people. The Rock's business is The Rock. That's what makes it great, because as
with The Rock's cooking.
As all the energy that guy puts in to become successful, that's what makes him work as such an individual. Not that everything he does is individual, but his thing is like, you know what? If I just keep working my ass off, I'll keep just rising, and that's what it is. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's not necessarily.
President needs to be a team player.
Yeah, well, there's just too many other factors against you. You know what I mean? I mean, you want him like body slamming a senator or something, or
I'd pay to see it.
I'd pay to see him take on Putin.
That'd be fun too.
WrestleMania 100.
Awesome.
The Rock against Putin.
A lot of people would watch that. Hell, put Putin and Trump tag team against The Rock. I'd like to watch that.
Trump would go weak.
That would be awesome fun.
Trump's a pussy. He's a pussy. He went down to Mexico, talked with the Mexican government, and then the president there, then came back and was just like, I didn't say this, I didn't say that, screw them, blah, blah, blah. He's one of those.
He was down there smoking weed.
It showed me in the debate how he wanted
said
to.
That.
You
just said that 2 minutes ago.
He wanted to unload on Hillary with all the dirty laundry he could, but he's a coward and he wouldn't do it. He's one of those guys that when you're sitting there nose to nose with him, he will not say boo. But as soon as you leave, he's flooding the world with all this shit he can talk about you.
I'm sure he's been instructed that he needs to chill the fuck out if he's got a chance.
Go on. Continue with anybody else.
So I've only got two more.
Okay.
One of them I would have never thought of, but then I got thinking maybe Steven Spielberg.
Again, I don't.
Movie maker.
If the government, if he can make the government run like one of his movies, we're good.
They have ways to undigging truths. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's not that type of filmmaker, though. That's more of an Oliver Stone type of guy.
All right, here's my last one, and it's one of my favorites. I'm a spokesperson for this person. And I don't think this is possible because I think maybe he was Russian. Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, he was. He's wow. He's gone. He can't. because he wasn't born in this country.
Yeah, I thought that after.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, man, when I watched,
I didn't even think some of those other ones. Did you look at some of those other ones? They may be discounted. I don't know. Are any of them?
Oh, I don't. I didn't. Chuck, I forget where.
Chuck's. He's USA all the way. I thought
The Rock.
Yeah, I think he was born in the United States. He's an American citizen.
I think he's Hawaiian, right?
I don't know if he was born there. I think he would have been born.
I mean, I thought that's his tribal tattoo.
Yeah. He's got Samoan
Yeah.
and stuff, but I think he was born in like Miami or Florida or something.
No, I mean, I think the only one that questioned there is Nicola.
Oh, okay.
I think the guy had.
What about Gene Simmons?
Yeah.
He can't. He wasn't born in this country. But there's one. Hey.
Well, one of them was Benjamin Franklin that came up.
He was more of a, I guess you could call him more of a patriot, somebody who did a lot for the country but wasn't a politician. Even though he did he was a representative in the first Continental Congress for Pennsylvania, I believe. So I believe that would put him under a politician, but he was never president.
Right.
But because I don't think
He was very influential.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I would put him more as he was a politician / patriot.
And for some reason, I always think of Edison when I think of him.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. You should think of Edison more with Edison's kind of triangle comes from Tesla, obviously, because Tesla worked underneath Edison, and then Edison wouldn't have gotten anywhere without Morgan Stanley.
Right.
Because Morgan Stanley.
That's my whole.
J.P. Morgan.
That's my.
Sorry, Ron Morgan.
That's
J.P. Morgan.
That's my whole problem with
He
the
created
Edison thing.
Yeah.
And Tesla thing is.
And then he stole the company from him and created GE.
They were doing the
Morgan.
same thing, just a little different.
Yeah.
And Tesla's idea was to give everyone free electricity.
I don't know. From what I've read, I don't know if Edison was necessarily against any of that, but his backing was J.P. Morgan.
Right.
Which is, he was one of the
It's better to
handful of rich, literally,
to make money.
the rich people. I mean, J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, who's the steel guy? Oh, help me here. He's got a theater named after him.
Morgan.
He's got a theater named after him in New York there. Oh my God! Why can't I?
Not the Rose.
Carnegie
Hall.
Carnegie. You got Carnegie, Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, and I can't think who the other person I want to put in there right now is. Was Vanderbilt in that? Or still at that time? I don't remember.
I think so.
But all those handful of those guys actually elected a president. Around 1919,
That's what I'm saying.
or was it around then, or was it even earlier? Was it around like 19? I don't remember.
If things went
Dates and stuff
fairly,
like that. I gotta rewatch stuff and read stuff again.
Tesla was trying to prove he could provide electricity without cost,
That'll always those people will always be buried.
and he did. And it's unfortunate. I think he might have been one of the last geniuses that I've read about that really got overtaken by power and money. End of story.
Can I dig up an ex-president? If you're digging up Tesla and stuff,
Yeah, of course.
Teddy Roosevelt, my favorite president.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt. That's who we need now to get rid of all the bullshit. He was the man. He was the man. He was the man. I mean,
That's what I want. That's what I want to do.
this is a guy who voluntarily created his own regiment to go to war. I mean, come on now. You know what I mean?
That totally, I didn't even write it down. I forgot all about it. I would have voted for Bernie if he was in it right now.
Yeah.
I think I would have chose Bernie.
The problem is we vote for anybody over Trump. It's the problem. Vote for anybody over him. You know what I mean? And listen, you got to say it. Would it be great? Would it listen?
Bernie Sanders would have been
Johnson there, the independent Johnson. I don't know what his first name is. Gary Johnson. He's a moron. He's a more and more. He's just an idiot. You know what I mean? He doesn't know anything. He looked like he rolled out of bed, smoked a joint, and went to and somebody dressed him on the way to the interview.
They hand selected those.
The problem is I totally agree. Unfortunately, I don't particularly think Clinton is the greatest thing since sliced bread in any way, shape, or form. But it's better than Trump. And if you vote for Gary Johnson, that's just more votes. It's a better chance that Trump is going to be, and he going to burn the world.
Yeah,
he's just going to let the world burn. If he gets in, there's going to be an economic he is walking around, doubling down, bragging about how he avoided taxes for 18 years. That he's smart. So what he's telling me is, fuck you. Your taxes paid where mine should have been.
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, come on. People are morons.
Yeah.
The American people are, you know what? As I've always said, when politicians go, well, I think you have to give credit. The American people are smarter than you think they are. No, they're not. No, they're not. And this whole thing just proves it. Trump can lie every 5 seconds and people just, yeah! It's totally gang mentality crap. It's just nobody thinks for themselves anymore.
I think he's losing a little bit of momentum, though.
We'll see after tonight's, after the vice presidential debate. Let's see if it can go further on.
Let's go check that out.
All right, let's do one more time.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
and on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Not much of a quick shot. That's almost a full podcast, but whatever. Hey, enjoy it if you want to. If not, oh well. Say goodnight.
Good night.
From Homebrew Studios, this has been Bob and John's Quick Shots, brought to you by Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Now what'll that asshole think of next?